Welcome back. This is Snow White. And I'm going to have to put her down in a minute because she's not exactly the sweetest cat in the whole wide world. But I love you. So, welcome back to part 3 of the interview with Jennifer Jones. This has been so much fun, you guys, and thank you for hanging out with me and wanting to know more about my crazy little writing and surfing life and about my books and about my cat. So here we go. We are going into part 3, and as I promised you, I will make sure that these are short, keep them between 5 and 7 minutes so that you can go on with your day, and we'll just keep talking until we don't want to talk anymore. So why did I start with Snow White? One of the questions that was asked last week was, and here's my questions, how did the cat's email start? Are you a crazy cat lady? And the answer to that is probably yes. So this is the funniest thing. I know that you are, or I think that you're probably familiar with the cat emails that go out every couple weeks or so. And I am on a lot of author email lists, and I don't know of anybody else that does this, so I'm proud of it, and I love it that you guys have all sent me your cat photos. They have been so much fun. So how it started out was this. My husband and I, we donated. We adopted this cat. Donated is more like donating all our life savings to her. We adopted this cat a little over a year ago, and she was older. Nobody wanted her. It was kind of sad. We had a pet that had passed away, and we'd been going into the veterinary hospital with her for quite some time, and I kept seeing this white cat. And it turned out that someone had brought her in. She was just nearly dead. They had found her on the streets of Dana Point, and she was passed out, and I think she weighed something like 3 pounds. Poor little thing was skin and bones, and they thought she was not going to make it. They brought her in, and they had run some tests and found out that she had a thyroid condition. So they gave her some life-saving medication, and she became well again and able to be adopted out. And Surfer Boy and I brought her home, and one day I happened to, because you always got to think about what are you going to talk about on your email list, and what do you talk about in your emails, and I happened to write one line about the fact that we had adopted an older cat. And one of the subscribers said, wow, this is so phenomenal. Please post a picture of her. So I did. And at that point, I just got deluged with pictures of all your wonderful cats. And it's so much fun. I mean, it's been a really fun way to connect with everyone. And I always say that cats are no longer the domain of Facebook. We love our kitty cats over here at Pleasure Point. Okay, next question. What is your favorite store? That one's easy. Staples. Okay, you have to tell me, is there anything more fun about shopping for school supplies than the school supplies themselves? School was one of those times that maybe you looked forward to it. Maybe if you were like me, you didn't because you were that awkward, shy kid. I know it's hard to believe, but yes, I was. But school supplies were my absolute favorite part of school. And every time I walk into an office supplies store, I just get this, inhaling the scent of the paper and the ink and it's just wonderful. It just brings out my creativity, and I just own stacks upon stacks of notebooks and pens. So definitely Staples. Okay, next question. And these are fun questions. Thank you guys for coming up with these personal and fun things that we can talk about. Do you like to sing in the shower? Yes, I love to sing in the shower and around the house. A fact that kind of drove my daughters crazy when they were growing up because I just sing all the time. And their friends would come over and they would tell my daughters, "Oh, your mother has such a pretty singing voice." And they would respond, "Yeah, you'll get tired of it after a while." So, yes, I love to sing. Okay, next question. Why do you write about surfers? Why surfers? So, my books are entertaining. I think they're entertaining. They are filled with emotion and settings at the beach, but they could really be about anybody. I just happen to, here's the thing. I couldn't find any books that featured surfers. And because we live at the beach and my husband and I surf, it's just like such a sexy sport where you're out there and you're communing with nature. And if the weather cooperates here in Southern California, you don't have that many clothes on, but most of the time you have a wetsuit on. And it's just, the sun is beating down on you, you feel sexy, and it's just a thrill to be in the water and feel it caressing your skin and feel the thrill of the wave. And surfers are hunky, they work out and they're out there paddling and have biceps and strong chests. And I could never find any, or not many at all, that books that featured surfers. And if I did find them, they always got the facts wrong. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to set it straight. So when you do read my books, I can pretty much guarantee you that all the facts are completely correct and the stories are steamy and fun and sexy. Okay, next question. Now we're getting into some of the writing questions, which is fun. Does writing energize you or exhaust you? The answer to that is definitely energize. I love sitting at my desk. I love sitting down with even just a pen and paper, but I love sitting at my keyboard and putting my headphones on and just typing and entering a world that's of my making. It really does. It energizes me. If there's any pain in my body from all the surfing that I've done that day or whatever I've done, everything just kind of fades into the background, and it's like being in a dream. I just love the act of storytelling, the act of writing itself, and it definitely energizes me. So I see we're already getting here up to the end of our time, so we're going to have to go into next week. At this point, go ahead and go back to the email, hit reply. I would like to invite you to ask me more questions because we're having so much fun with this. And if you haven't read the books yet, all the links are in the email, so I invite you to do that. They're a lot of fun. And once again, I love you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here with me and hanging out with me and just taking this journey with me, this crazy thing called life at the beach. And I will see you next week. Mwah.